Yeah, there, that was working.
Anybody?
Anybody home?
Anybody there?
Anybody at all? Over here. Hey, there's somebody in that. Somebody in the room, redneck style vapor. They're here, but they'll be right back.
Take your time.
They're here, but they'll be right back. I'm here. We're here, but we'll be right back.
Take your time. Take your time.
Take your time. Just take your time. Take your time. Take
All right,
your time.
let's see if this will play. This is a video? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Oh, I've got it muted. That'd probably help if I didn't have it muted.
Probably. It usually makes a difference. Oh, heard that.
Did it come over that or this?
Came over this.
Did it? Okay, so it's working. This web page is...
It's just now loading that page.
I don't understand why.
It's
not responding.
Do you have a music file or something you can play real quick, or? Yeah, that definitely came through here.
If that's working, it's working. I guess I can go to YouTube. Let me close this stupid thing. I want to get back. Come on. I don't know what's wrong with my computer today.
Is it my internet?
I don't know. I don't think so, because the other pages were working all right. See if this plays. Should be starting. There should be music.
Static, I wonder if... What is that?
Is that on?
So this is TheVapingNation.
Where's it coming from?
Just past gas. Oh my gosh. That's,
You are-
That's pretty, something did. Maybe it was you.
That's coming through here. Oh, that's a test.
I'm Justin.
Is that no video?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it coming through?
Yeah, it's coming through. Okay, so I'll turn it down now, but if we need it, it's there.
Oh, get the other video. It's probably done.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get that news site to work. Ugh. Well, you can't hide under there. You can't hide under the air. That's where my legs go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to play this on here because this site keeps...
Oh, I didn't get your, I need to make sure I click on your desktop presenter thing.
Okay, it's open. It should be open.
Yeah, where's new stock? There we go.
Maybe it is a website for the internet.
There we go. Okay, folks, we're about ready to get started here with the big shoe.
Bless you, sir. Bless you. Bless you, sir. You've been blessed. Bless you.
Ah, that's something.
Oh, excuse me? Pardon me? Do you have any gray poupon?
I did poop on something earlier.
Do you have any green poupon?
No,
Or how about the brown poupon?
we don't have the brown.
Do you have any
We're
poupon
having
at all, sir?
stream issues.
Well, sure. I think it's your internet. I think your internet is
Streaming issues. We're having streaming
I think
issues.
they're. I think something
See
is.
if,
I think something
usually it's
has
because of YouTube.
happened here.
Not sure why, but when we're streaming to
It
YouTube,
says we're live now on YouTube. It says live now.
live
That's what
now,
It says live now.
there it is.
And it says it. It even says it.
Says
Live
right there.
now.
Live now.
Why would it lie? It wouldn't lie to us,
It would
would
never lie. It's the internet. The internet can't
It
lie.
wouldn't lie to us. Would it lie to us?
No,
Anyone? Anyone? Would anyone lie to us?
somebody would.
I've been lied to before. By an insufficient little green monster.
Okay, let's see if this thing works.
He had corresponding toes on his outer rim of the spectile system.
It's time for the Vaping Nation, starring Justin and Dustin. Sometimes including Oldston and Funston. And of course, there's always Justine and Dustine. And maybe a few other people showing up occasionally. Who knows? Because it's time for the Vaping Nation, which is a nation of vapors. Disclaimer.
The penile canal?
Yes.
How about the erectile function
No.
canal?
No.
Penile canal.
Nobody wants to be on that side.
Did you know that the Alguacha tribe made pontoons out of elephant testicles?
I knew that. Wish I still do that. I'm a part of that tribe. Yep. Whenever I find an elephant testicle, I make a pontoon out of it.
Well, there you go. They're keeping the traditions alive here at the Vaping Nation.
Unktangani. Ungawa. That's what we do. That's what we say. That's what we always say.
I myself am vaping.
I am not.
He is not.
I'm Justin. He's Dustin. This is the Vaping Nation.
Patient. You know, I have a story to tell.
I don't.
I was a young lad.
I'm looking at my phone.
Only 2 or 3, probably. And I found something out that was very disturbing to me. This man was related to me. I have never been the same since.
How old were you?
2 or 3.
You didn't even know what related meant.
Sure I did.
No, you didn't even know it, 2 or
Well,
3.
I pretended I did.
You were calling birds fish and fish birds.
That
You
was
didn't know
because of you.
Didn't know what the difference was between
I was
anything.
entertaining you.
Yeah.
I'm an entertainer.
Yes, that you are.
We looked at this Royal Hunter dripper.
We did. We looked at
a
it.
couple weeks ago.
And then we threw it on the
And,
floor and smashed it.
Well, then I put it back together and I'm using it. And I forgot to mention a couple things. One is it comes with the wide bore drip tip mouthpiece top there, and it's got the splatter guard, which is nice because it keeps things from splattering. Huh? His head's disappearing.
The great
And
disappearing head.
it's nice for like the first 5 or 6 hits, and then it gets really hot. It gets hot on your soft, tender lips.
really
and I
hot.
have really sensitive lips. My lips are
they're so
very
sensitive.
sensitive.
You're like little girl lips.
I mean, look at them. They're these little sensitive
Like
lips.
little girl
They're-
lips,
Look at them. They're just sensitive.
like a little bitty girl.
And it gets too hot. It just gets way too hot. So it comes with this 510, the smaller trip tip top thing.
Trip tip top.
Thingy-majiggy. And so you put that on, and it doesn't get near as hot. So, of course, you don't get the nice influx of air into your mouth, but it's not bad. It works. So I just thought I'd bring that up for anybody out there looking at the Royal Hunter. And another thing is on the negative posts on the inside there. You take the Allen screw and you raise that pin in there to put your little Kanthal wire in there or whatever. And if you hold if you hold it upside down,
If you hold your
that pin in there will fall out.
If you hold your
And then the screw that you tighten down doesn't have anything to tighten down on, so it'll just keep going down and break your wire off. So you got to be careful you don't lose that out of there too. Maybe that's just on this one. I don't know. Maybe they screwed that up on this.
I think they just screwed
Maybe
it up.
that's supposed to be in there solid. I don't know. But on this one, it was not.
It was snot. On that one, it was snot.
It was not. Not snot.
Snot.
It was not. Not snot. You feeling bashful today, sir? Are you feeling a little bashful? Are you being bashful today? Are you a bashful man? Are you bashful? You have bashful sauce in you? Big fried bashfulness?
My floating head. I am just a floating head, floating around in the head. A head float.
It's what Ted said, Ned, over on the other side of the shed. And there was some lead in his keg.
That's what he said. Oh, we got a whole 6 people in here right now.
Too
We're
many
gonna get this
meds.
show on the
It's
road.
on way too many meds.
These people, we got people in here. We're people.
So this is, did we do our intro? Did we do the,
Oh, we did it. Yeah.
did we do the thing at the beginning? Oh, we got some lag there. Is that just your computer?
That's just the computer. It's just lagging.
It's probably just a computer, folks.
Computer lag.
Did you push on the desktop presenter then, or
I didn't. I probably should do that. You think?
might as well push on it?
I'm pushing it.
Push on it.
There it goes. It's resetting.
Push on it.
Resetting.
Push it. Push it.
Resetting.
Push it now. Push
Resetting.
it. Push it. Push it good.
Resetting.
Push it now. Push it.
Resetting.
Push it good.
Still resetting. Not working. It's a piece of clap.
Buffering.
It's a clap.
Buffering.
I think,
Buffering.
yeah, we definitely got some, uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Uh-oh. Didn't respond after it was,
Well, it's up. Do I have to do it again or something? Shut it off and do it again?
Maybe it's off.
I had it up.
Did I have the wrong one up there or something? No, there's only one in there. Boring.
Let's see here. Let's see if it works. Where's it at? There it is. Did it work?
Not doing
Is
anything.
it going to work this time?
Still waiting. Nope.
What? Try it again.
Let me try getting rid of it, and we'll
It's got to work. It's got to. It's got to, folks.
we'll redo
It's
it.
got to work.
It's got to. Well, there it is, right there.
There it is. Yep, right there it is.
Should be working.
That's it. Right there. That's all she wrote.
Let's go with 25 frames a second. We'll just do it.
What are you doing? Can you figure it out?
You're done.
Hang in there, folks. I'm not sure what's going on. We're having some problems, technical difficulties here. This is Tuesday News Day. We do have some news for you today on this Tuesday News Day. And
We do?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
We do?
I believe
This
so.
just in.
believe so.
The dog
So.
farted.
Yes, it sounds. I think he may
You
have
can't smell it.
actually.
We
pooed
can.
on the carpet. I think it's maybe what has happened.
I think
'Cause it
there's
smells pretty bad.
Something has come out besides
I
gas.
think maybe a little bit has drizzled out. Maybe.
It's drizzled the fazzizzle. It's fazzizzle drizzle. Yes.
So that's eVapor Hut there behind us. They got a sale going on. Huge, 50% on sale. It's huge.
It's huge.
And
huge.
update.
As Donald Trump would say, huge.
They now have CBD in stock again. They're at the on their
Nobody
website.
knows CBD like Donald Trump, but these guys are next best thing.
Yeah. And so there you can check that out if you want there, and use promotion code VapingNation. You can get 20% off your order. So.
We are owned by Donald Trump. He bought us. We are owned.
Did he buy the?
He
Vaping
bought the Vaping Nation.
Nation? Well, that's
Yes.
unfortunate.
He's huge. Yes. But he's also filing bankruptcy, and we're going to have to stop the show now.
Okay. That's good.
So I'm going to buy it back from him.
Good.
Yeah. He paid $10 for it. I'm buying it back for $5. So I think we got a pretty good deal.
That's not bad.
$5 for a whole show.
Can I get a raise, please?
Yeah.
I'd like a raise, please.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
I'm not wearing any pants.
Well, my adult diaper is full.
I believe it. It wasn't the dog.
I'm going to watch a movie tonight
It wasn't
called
the dog at you.
The Return of the Creature That Flew Out of My Butt.
I'm drinking some sweet tea. That's all this is. It's
The Return
cold
of the
beer.
Creature That Flew Out of My Butt.
Sounds good.
It's the feel-good hit of the summer.
And I'm going to drip some
It's
tea
not summer yet,
into my
but it will be. And I'm just incredible. Yeah, we're almost, we got, what a difference a week makes. Last week we were getting snowed on. We almost had to cancel the show. Well, we did cancel Tuesday because of the snow and sickness and just terrible stuff going on. And today it's 72 degrees.
72 degrees.
72 degrees today.
We're still a bit sick. At least I am.
We're always sick.
I've still
We're
got
always complaining about something.
I've still got some problems.
I'm always complaining about something. He's
Inside
always
me.
got problems. He was born with problems.
I've got some problems inside me still.
Yeah.
Like inside me.
Yeah.
Like inside me
All
somewhere.
over inside,
There's like
yeah.
problems in
Yeah.
there somewhere.
Yeah.
Like inside
Everywhere.
me somewhere.
Everywhere.
They're like
Yeah.
inside me. There's
It's all
some
over there.
problems someplace. in
All
there.
up in there. There.
So we're fighting that still, but
Well, we got five shows are on right now on
here.
Vapors, and we are still number 5.
well, hey, 5's better
So
than 6.
we're consistent.
5 is
and
better
that's
than 6.
important. We sell consistency here at the Vaping Nation.
5 is better than 6.
Well, it's better than 6.
or isn't it?
Well,
Maybe 6 is better than 5.
well, maybe
Depends on what it is.
Depends on what it is.
I'd rather have 6 of something.
If I had 5 elephants standing on my foot, I wouldn't want 6 elephants standing on my foot.
Ah, yes.
So,
That's
it's
true.
5 is better than 6 in that case. Just saying. So, do we want to play the... by the way, welcome to all of you who are watching. All of you. Whether you're watching on YouTuber, or if you're watching on the Vapors TV. Vapors with an ER. Vapors TV. So, Vapors.tv. So if you're watching on YouTube, you might go over to Vapors.tv. Check us out on there.
Yes,
or
yes.
if you're watching on Vapors TV, you could go over to YouTube and check us out over there. See, all of our videos that we do on Vapors TV, usually, unless we screw up and forget to record them on YouTube, they all go on YouTube as previous episodes. So you can watch our previous episodes on, wait for it, YouTube. That's right, YouTube. So there you go. It's youtube.com/TheVapingNation for our channel page. We could, if we had the technology, we would just put it up there on the screen. Which we do have the technology, but I don't have the ambition. That's a whole nother story. You can't buy ambition anywhere. If you could, it'd be up on the screen. But I can't. So, can't afford it anyway. So, even if I could buy ambition, can't afford it. So, I might as well not buy it. I don't even know why I'm talking about it. This is a show about vaping, not ambition. So, there you go. Anyway,
We have a lot of nothing.
this is a show about basically nothing.
And we have no ambition.
We're going to sit here and watch the screen.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that. Our count is going up. We got 3,000 people watching now.
Well, sure.
We're not doing anything. So,
Of course.
yeah.
So we got some news. You want to do that?
Might as well do the news.
We got a video, I think.
We got a video that was
from
pre-recorded.
Morgan Schruffenschnaffen.
Jason Morgenhoffensnaffler came in today to do some news. So we're going to try to play that now. Hopefully that will play. We had some issues with this before, but it looks like it's going to play because we have a picture. And that usually is a good sign. So we're going to try. It's about 20 minutes long, and we will be off the camera, but we'll be right here. If you want to type something in, we can respond. So if we'll be right here. Don't be afraid, because we're right here with you. You're not alone.
Right.
We're not going to abandon you. We're right here. Okay, you just can't see us for a little bit. Okay, we're going to go away, just like that. See, but we're still right here.
We're still here.
See, we're gone.
We're gone, but we're not
But
there.
we're right here.
We're gone,
okay?
and we're not here.
We're not there, but we're right here. Okay, so here we go. We're going to try this out, see if it works. Here we go.
It's time for the Vaping Nation e-cig vaping e-juice e-news news. With Justin Merslofnoffer. All the news that is the news in the e-cig vaping e-juice e-news news. And now, here's Jason Merslofnoffer reporting for the Vaping Nation. Disclaimer. 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 Guess I better take that off there so I can hear myself. Yeah, so we have some interesting news today. I'm Jason Morgenhoffensnaffler, Gebert, and I am. We've got a few stories today. One is the e-cig batteries, about e-cig batteries. A little tidbit about that we can talk about today. We're going to be talking about that. The vaping, the e-cigarette batteries, vaping for journalists, Part 1, Ferguson Online. This is a fellow who wrote an article about a kind of two other journalists about vaping batteries. So he's trying to educate them a little bit and try to give them a little, stand by. I got a little message coming in here I need to check on and see what's going on with that. Hot news coming in. Multicam, let's see what we got here. Square, okay, we got that. Looks like somebody sent me some money. Sorry, I got to go spend my money. What just happened to all my stuff? Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. There it is right there. There you go. Okay. We're back. And we're back. Disclaimer. So, this is an article. The fellow's name is Fergus Mason. I believe he's from the UK, but he's writing an article about batteries. Two other journalists trying to educate them. I think that's what his goal here is. I don't know. Let's read the article here. We'll just read it together and find out. Go ahead and read out loud. Everybody read out loud all at the same time. Go ahead. Everybody start. Go ahead. Vaping. Oh, you guys can't see it. Vaping advocates have known for a couple of years now that the standard of media reporting on e-cigarettes is truly dire. In other words, they're very poor. My commentary. They're very bad at reporting on e-cigarettes. Personally, I hoped that when Public Health in England said last year that scaremongering about tiny amounts of chemicals was frightening people back to smoking, there would be a sudden improvement in quality. After all, surely the most in-depth study yet would carry some weight with the media. No, apparently not. If anything, reporting has gotten worse since then, and I didn't think it was even possible. So the problem isn't that journalists can't find any accurate and reliable sources, it's that they ignore them and listen to fanatics instead. So that's the problem, seems to be the issue at this point. In short, it's down to bad journalism. Of course, it's not journalists are bad, and we've seen it's not
all journalists are bad. We've seen some pretty excellent articles recently, but most of them are pretty awful. Sarah Napton of the Daily Telegraph, which is also in Britain, is the worst. But then Jasper Hamill at the Mirror is the worst too, he says. Dozens more are almost as bad as the worst. So apparently everybody's like the worst or almost as the worst. So they're all pretty bad down there. A lot of them are. Anyway, just on an off chance that these hacks are actually capable of learning, I thought I'd put together a series of short guides on how to at least avoid looking like a complete idiot. Here is the first. So this is his recommendation to these people. There is no such thing as an e-cigarette battery. So I think you know where we're going with this. The latest crop of scare stories seem to focus on people who've blown themselves up or set themselves on fire with e-cigarette batteries. Quote, e-cigarette batteries. Unlike clouds of formaldehyde and Stan Glance's mythical ultrafine particles, there's actually a real hazard here, and some people have managed to injure themselves quite badly with the batteries in their vape gear. But before I go into any more detail, please read this section title again. There is no such thing as an e-cigarette battery. So I think he's going at with this is it is a battery that is used in an e-cigarette. So it's kind of like a flashlight battery. The batteries are used in multiple applications. So he says here, there is no such thing as an e-cigarette battery. E-cigarettes need quite a lot of power, and the only way to store that without carrying a battery pack as big as your head, which is not a problem if you have a really small head, is to use rechargeable lithium-based batteries. Most of the time, that means lithium-ion batteries, but some devices use lithium polymer ones instead. Lithium batteries have revolutionized portable electronics because compared to other types, they can store huge amounts of energy, and that's why they're used particularly everything, your phone, your iPad, your iPod, your laptop, your PodPad, your Pod iCar, your Pod car, your everything. So do electric car. Yeah, this electric cars also do that. Now, when someone designs a battery-powered device, they don't bother designing a new battery as well, typically. Now, sometimes they do, but they'll have a battery that specifically fits that particular device, and it's sealed within the device. Sometimes that happens. Typically, 99.9% of the time, it is another application battery or a battery that's made for a general purpose that is fitted into the system, and even if it's a sealed system, they'll still have. I've opened up some battery packs that look like they were very special battery packs, and I've come to find out they were just a whole bunch of little smaller batteries that they use in other applications that they just soldered together. So they made a battery array within the pack, and that's how they did that. There's supposed to be a difference between a pack and an array. I'm not sure exactly what that's all about, so you figure it out. Google it. So, but most TV remotes use AA or AAA cells. I have to sneeze. Disclaimer. Thank you very much. Sorry. And now, back to the news. TV remotes use AA or AAA cells. For example, e-cigs are exactly the same. Most of them use standard cylindrical batteries, such as 18650s or 18350s sizes. Others have built-in batteries, but if you take one apart, you'll find that, in fact, they are standard sizes too. Popular box mods or anti-box mods, like the iStick, have one or two 18650s hidden away inside. Ego and Sig-alike devices are smaller, but still standard batteries. So there's no such thing as an e-cigarette battery, so to speak, just like there's no such thing as a TV remote battery, a fire alarm battery, or a mobile phone battery, as I was referring to earlier. See, I kind of knew where he was going with this. I hadn't even read this yet. I'm just reading it to you cold right here. I'm way out ahead of you. Way out ahead there. Way out there. Like 3-4 inches. There are just plain old batteries, which can be used to power anything you want to pack enough of them into it. If you open up a battery for your laptop, you will find inside there's 8 to 12 18650s wired together. Standard units again. Now some are different. Now they have a layered polymer battery on some of them, which is a very different. In fact, Apple makes some products that have a different kind of battery configuration inside. But it's very rare stuff. Old-style removable phone batteries are just the same, plastic boxes with one or more standard lithium ion cells inside, except don't take the battery packs apart to look inside because it's dangerous and they might explode. Moisture is a very big deal. That's one of the reasons electric boats are very, very touchy subjects when it comes to using lithium polymer batteries. When water gets in those batteries, it is like expansion city. They expand very quickly to the point of exploding. I mean, there's a fine line between rapid expansion and explosion. I think there's a time per second or distance per second or whatever that it travels to the compression level or something. I don't know how it's like. Ask an engineer. I'm not an engineer. I'm a news guy. I don't know what they're talking about. I just read the news. Except don't take battery packs apart. Okay, there you go. Focus on batteries, not on vaping. There is no such specific problem with e-cigarette batteries. The problem, such as it is with lithium batteries in general. Quite simply, they contain so much energy that if you don't handle them safely, it can escape suddenly, kind of like a capacitor. And as energy tends to do when it escapes, it converts itself to heat. And therefore, you have the fire. The energy stored inside a lithium battery can convert itself to a lot of heat. If you have an electric immersion heater at home, it probably draws a current of about 15 to 20 amps, and that can produce all the hot water in your house needs. The 3 VTC4 batteries in the mod I'm using right now, according to this guy, right now can each deliver a consistent current of 30 amps. Not for very long, but yeah, so you get the idea. They can't do that for very long, of course. See, here again, I'm about 3 inches away from, being out front of this guy. Because they can only draw on their stored energy while your immersion heater is wired to the mains. But if you make a mistake, it doesn't take long for these things to get very, very hot indeed. The worst case mistake you can make a high power battery is to short circuit it. Must be a fire or something really close by because there's a whole bunch of sirens that keep shutting off real close to my office here. Now here's where it gets interesting. Any battery with a positive and negative terminal on a cylindrical one like the 18650 or the familiar AA, we think of the positive terminal as the nipple or the flat contact plate at the one end, and the negative as the bare metal surface on the other. This, however, isn't quite accurate. The whole metal case of the battery is the negative terminal. The positive surrounded by an insulator and inserted into the open end plastic sleeve that covers most of the case isn't there just to make the maker's logo look nice. It's also an insulator. It's very important. The battery itself, I wish I had a battery in front of me. I've got a battery here somewhere. I think I put one in here. Battery here. I've got a battery here. The battery here. Here's a battery. Battery right here. Now, it's got a pretty heavy insulation around the outside of it, but basically he is correct. That is, this end here is stamped in, and it actually contains the entire positive cell. The inside, which is insulated from that. So if you scratch through this thing, this outer coating here is more than just the, what you call it? It's more than just pretty stuff. If you scratch into that, it actually goes into that. If you gouge this with a pen or with a ice pick, for example, and you are able to touch the outside to the inside with the ice pick, that's what causes. It's not anything on the inside necessarily that is causing the explosion or the fire or the short to happen. It's the metal. If you had the metal ice pick going into this, as it goes through, it's connecting to the outside, then it connects to the inside core. Then you've got a short. It's kind of like taking a wire and connecting the two outside pieces. So same kind of thing, basically. There you go. That's your battery thing. Hybrids, hybrid Hellfires. There's another easy way to short a battery, and that's by using a tank Modern tank atomizer hybrid style on a mechanical mod. Hybrids don't have a separate contact between the battery and the atomizer. They depend on having an atomizer insulated center pin protruding enough to contact the battery's positive terminal, while the threaded negative that surrounds it is in contact with the mod's metal case. The case, in turn, completes the circuit to the battery's negative terminal, but most modern tanks don't have a protruding center pin. It's flush and designed to work with the spring-loaded pin in the regulated mod. So screw that down through your hybrid adapter onto the top of a battery, and there's a good chance both the pin and the thread will be touching the terminal. And if they are, as soon as you press the fire button, the current from the positive terminal will take the path of least resistance, skipping the atomizer through the case and straight into the negative terminal and an instant short circuit, and it will ignite. Every case I've read about where a removable battery exploded, either case where the built-in battery went bang, happened while it was being charged. So, and that's another issue. Chargers can short out as well, or they can overcharge. They're supposed to regulate. Lithium batteries have a very high final rate as they're charging. They charge to a certain level. Say it's a 5-volt battery. It may charge to 7.8 volts and be there for quite a while to top it off at the very end. And so certain batteries have different compositions of batteries, whether it's an alkali battery or whatever it is, lithium battery. They have different ratings on that as to how long it remains at that high pulse rate, high voltage rate, until it gets to the regular voltage. So for those of you who are interested, that's the story on the batteries. So just be careful with them. If you don't know what you're doing, ask somebody who does. Typically vape shops are a good place to go to find out what's going on with that stuff. There you go. So there you go. That's all there is about that. So yeah, any questions, comments? Go ahead and leave a comment below or onto the side or up above me, or you can call in, or you can email me, or you can just ignore me. I prefer the latter because I don't really have any answers. Next story up is hundreds of thousands of smokers turn to e-cigarettes to help them quit. Study finds. This study is on itv.com, and it's a report by ITV, 1st of March 2016. So this just came out at 12:58 a.m. They are up early in the morning, or maybe they're up late at night. Almost 900,000 people used e-cigarettes instead of prescription or behavioral support to help them stop smoking last year, a new study has found. A man shown vaping with one kind of e-cigarette credit PA. Oh, there's supposed to be a picture there. I'm just reading the description of the picture. Researchers from the University College London said some 37.3% of the 8.46 million adult smokers in England had tried to give up in 2014, and of these, 28.2%, or 891,000, had used an e-cigarette known as vaping to help. According to the study, published in the Addiction Journal, using one of the electronic devices raised the long-term success rate from around 5% to 7.5%, equating to an estimated 22,000 more people quitting every year. That is good news. That's good news. Proof. Professor Robert West, who led the team, said while the numbers were as high as some pro-vaping campaigners had claimed in the past, they were still significant. They're not as high. I think I might have said that wrong. The numbers were not as high as some pro-vaping campaigners had claimed in the past. And I don't think I think the studies are a little bit askew. I think that there are probably more than what are being reported. I think a lot of people do this. They don't get asked questions or report on anything. How they get these numbers. It's just a overall general cue, I think. And where do they get these people? I don't know. E-cigarettes appear to be helping a significant number of smokers to stop who would not have done otherwise, as many as some e-cigarette enthusiasts claim, but a substantial number nonetheless. So that's kind of a repeat of what he already said. A different kind of e-cigarette shown next to a regular tobacco cigarette is a picture there. The research was welcomed by the director of the Tobacco Dependence Research Unit at Queen Mary University of London, Professor Peter Hajek, Hajek, H-A-J-E-K, Hajek, who said he hoped it might help develop new ways of supporting people through quitting. E-cigarettes have the potential to reduce smoking-related morbidity, because they're morbid, and many smokers are successful in making the switch from smoking to vaping, he said. Specialist smoking cessation services. Specialist smoking cessation services are currently not offering e-cigarettes and are seeing a marked decline in interest. In other words, people are turning away from the patch and Chantix because they're using vaping. This is unfortunate, as it is likely that even more smokers would switch to vaping successfully if e-cigarettes were combined with behavioral support that the services provide, which is probably true. A combination of the two would probably really, get you, if you really wanted to quit the whole thing, that would get you, probably the quickest way of doing it would be through behavioral help of some kind. Hopefully, findings like this will encourage the services to start offering e-cigarettes as part of their overall toolkit. And that's the other part of it is if the behavioral people would help introduce the e-cigarettes in this particular situation and work with people pointedly, working with people like that, then they might not see the drop off in their own system. So, just need to start picking up anything they can. They're just more interested in keeping people on counseling because that's where they make their money. They don't want to be successful. They want to keep you dependent, because if you're not dependent, they're out of a job. That's the way that works. Yeah, that's the way that works. So there's that, and let's see here. There's one more story here by Brent Stafford from the regulatorywatch.com. Who started the war on vaping, he asks. The U.S. government and public health officials, they have placed e-cigarettes in the crosshairs, aiming to wipe out vaping in order to win the war on smoking. As American vapers wait anxiously for the U.S. Food and Drug Administration to drop the final version of its new vaping regulations, activists from the highly acclaimed Not Blowing Smoke have launched a new national public information initiative called NoMoreCasualties.org. Check it out, NoMoreCasualties.org. Get the inside scoop on the new, a little air bubble. Get the inside scoop on the new campaign from Stefan Dudak, D-I-D-A-K, founder and president of Not Blowing Smoke. Hear how vapors, H-E-A-R, how vapors are being dragged into the ideological war on smoking and how many are standing up and joining the fight. Only on RegWatch by regulatorywatch.com. There you go, folks. And that's all the news we have for today. There's one other small story here I'm going to do that is kind of interesting, and it's just interesting. It's interesting. It's called Sex and Nicotine on the Brain, and talking about, gender, really is what it should be saying. A previous study carried out by Matt Wall demonstrates how vaping can help with nicotine studies. Although this one involved a magnetic resonance imaging technique, the benefits of such studies, while referring to his own neuron research, was illustrated by Olivier George. If we can find a way to target those neurons in humans, maybe we can reduce the high produced by the drug and reduce the withdrawal symptoms. If they just take your brain out, I'm just street sense guy, I just think, just take your brain out. I think that would fix the problem, wouldn't it? Huh? Well, I think so. Yeah, just take out the brain. Yeah. Israel and his students, did I skip something here? Yes. Evan Morris is extending the work he carried out in 2014, working in Israel. His students are developing dopamine movies, illustrating how the brain responds to nicotine. The movies are compiled by adding individual images into the stream. As a smoker inhales nicotine, a chemical called dopamine is released in the brain. How much dopamine is where it is found indicates the strength of the effect and what it impacts. The report confirms our main findings is that male smokers smoking in the PET scanner activate dopamine in the right ventricle striatum during smoking, but female smokers do not. This finding, men activate. I can't read the word activating. Men activating more ventrally than women is consistent with the established notion that men smoke for the reinforcing drug effect of cigarettes, whereas women smoke for other reasons, because they just want to be cool, such as mood regulation and cue reactivity. Aha! Dopamine, the body's response to agreeable stimuli such as food, sex, or pleasurable events, and is also released when certain chemicals like nicotine excite the central nervous system. We are able to scan the brain's reaction using a tracer that mimics dopamine with our method. We are able to see how brains react to chemically induced changes associated with addiction over time, creating a movie which shows the changes, and that is where the notice in how male and female brains differ from when it comes to smoking, said Morris. Just to sum it up, basically there's a big difference between the way the two respond, so it's kind of interesting. The reason his research is being extended to Israel is that he is looking into monitoring the development of results in a new to cigarettes population. He aims to measure how the patterns change over time and individuals become more addicted to smoking. There you go. And that's all the news for today. That's apparently Dustin, who's apparently probably here and wants me to open the door for him. So I'm going to have to go open the door for him because probably he doesn't know how to open the door. He hasn't learned how to do doorknobs. He hasn't learned the whole doorknob thing yet. He's working on that. He's going to work on tying his shoes, I think, next month. Yeah. There you go. So long. That's the news. I'm Justin Jason Morgenschnaffen.
So that was, what was that? Morgan Schlaffennaffen Schacken.
Jason Gossen Glaffenglubenhaber Schnaver. He's a Kluben.
Justin Morgan Schlaffennacken.
Glaffen.
Pockern Tacken.
Glaffennumber.
Clocken Pocken Tacken.
He's a
Anybody for a little rockin' lockin' dockin'?
Bluin. I don't know what was going on over here with this side of the screen.
I noticed that. That was
There's something weird over here.
Somebody didn't do their job
It was
correctly.
in the video. It must have been the video processing because stop doing it now. So it's not this program.
Somebody wasn't doing their job correctly.
Yeah, somebody.
Probably an intern.
Probably an intern. One of our interns. We got a whole facility where they live.
We have a schloo.
We have it's like a big compound where all the interns live, and they just mill around there.
A schloo.
And we have
of
interns taking care of interns because we have so many interns. We have to have interns for the interns, and like some of them do laundry, and some of them do like they bathe old people.
It's a schloo.
But yeah, it's like a shoe. Yeah.
No, a schloo.
Well, glad you like
Schloo.
the
It's a schloo.
the news there. Sometimes some people think it's a little bit boring, but hey, we have moved up in the ratings here. We are number 6 out of 7.
I would rather be number 7.
We would rather be number 7. That would be a little bit easier. We were number 5 out of 6, and it made us a little nervous because we don't like being that popular.
Well, 6 is always better than 5.
6
7 is better than 6.
7 is way better. 7 is like way up there in the ratings. Number 7 from the
I'd rather have
from
7.
the top. There's only 7 shows, and we're the 7th
whatever.
one. So-
Whatever. Nothing we can do about
I'm sure we'll get there. I'm sure in a little bit we'll be at number 7.
it. Probably.
Probably will be. Seems to happen that way.
Can only dream.
Yeah. Man's got to have some,
Dream the
something to
little
look forward
dream.
to. Yeah. So yes, we are back. And we do have this one other little news story here that's kind of interesting. It just came hot off the press while we were playing the other show. It's hot.
Ooh, it's hot.
So hot, I can't handle it. Too hot to handle.
It's hot.
Too cold to hold. Ow.
Ooh, it's hot.
Burn my little fingy dingers.
It is hot, hot, hot.
As you can see, Dustin figured out how to get through the doorknob, how to use
It
the
is
old
so
door
hot.
thing, old door thing. But
Justin here, he didn't know what the word was for it. So he
well, that was Jason Morganhoff.
He couldn't remember the word for it.
That wasn't me. That was Justin. That was Jason Morganhoff.
Well, you're one and the same.
No.
You're Siamese.
No, we
twins.
look nothing alike.
You're born in
he has
the
a whole
same-
different hat, different than me. You're
born in the same womb.
He's got a whole hat that's different than mine.
You guys shared a womb together. A womb.
Well, he was a little bit close. We were very close when we were kids.
Shared a womb.
We were very close. So this just in. This is from fox13now.com.
You want to play the video?
Yeah, let's play that video. Let's see if we can play it. Let's see if this will actually work.
We have a video.
We might have audio and video.
We might.
Playing from another computer into our little system here.
Maybe not.
We'll see if it works.
But we might.
I doubt it.
We could.
I'm seriously
It might happen.
doubting.
It might not. We're going to try.
I'm a doubter.
You never know.
It's just
I
the
don't
way-
know if it'll
just
work
the way
or
I am. I'm a doubter.
Well,
so
things that we do
we're going to pull it
usually
up
don't
behind
work
us
out.
here.
So we'll see.
There it is.
There it is, right there.
Yeah.
There it is, right there,
There
folks.
it is. We might want to get out of the way.
My computer's been a bit.
Yeah, here we go.
Especially on this web page.
Here we
For
go
some
now.
reason, it keeps
Yeah.
like giving
Too
me
many
problems. So we'll
cookies.
We'll see if it'll play.
There's too many cookies in there.
We'll see if it'll play here.
He ate all the cookies.
We'll see if this plays. I don't know. I don't know if it'll play or not.
We'll see.
We'll see if it'll play. We're gonna see.
S'il vous plaît.
We're gonna see if this is
S'il
gonna
vous
play.
plaît.
We'll see. We'll see if it plays.
Yeah, it's working on it. In the meantime, we can stare at you.
Is it working on it? Is it even working? Is it working on it or not? What is it working on? Is it working on the video or is it working on something else?
I'm busy staring.
I want to know what it's working on.
I'm just staring.
Oh, it's doing something. There's a little round circle thing going. I'm going to vape.
Yeah. Where'd that Astro glide go?
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
A bill that would have raised the sales
there any
tax
audio?
on e-cigarettes went nowhere. And this
You gotta turn
wasn't
it
the
up.
first time this bill failed to pass.
There we go. There we go. Somebody told me to turn it up, and that's what we're getting.
Well,
at.
I meant turn up this here headphone
you want,
thing.
You want to try it again?
Yeah, let's try it again. We'll try it again.
State of Utah use
Capitol this morning, a bill that would have raised the Capitol this morning, a bill that would have raised the sales tax on e-cigarettes went nowhere. And this wasn't the first time this bill failed to pass.
But as Fox 13's Scott McCain reports, it wasn't for lack of effort on the part of a few hundred young and impassioned lobbyists.
House Bill 333 would have created a significant tax increase on e-cigarettes, more than an 80% tax hike. But in the end, for the fourth consecutive session, it was snuffed out. The bill didn't die, but was tabled to an interim committee, much to the dismay of Representative Paul Ray.
I'm disappointed, that they referred it back to interim, of which we've done 4 years worth of study. It's time for a vote.
That despite a strong show of support from roughly 200 high school students in favor of the tax and this bill. They carpool to the Capitol from schools in Davis and Weber counties. The students also feel the time for strong action on vapes is now.
Yes, e-cigarettes are tailored to youth. 22,000 kids across the state of Utah use e-cigarettes regularly. So yes, this is a youth health issue.
But those opposed to the bill call the presence of these teens a low blow political prop. In the end, however, it didn't work, and HB 333 was put on the shelf for now. And the only folks mildly happy this morning, those who would have been subject to the tax.
Utah is traditionally conservative. We're opposed to taxes, and the committee members are aware of that. They understand that taxing a product is not going to do anything to help reduce the amount of kids using the product. SFATA does not support the idea of kids, minor children, using tobacco products or vapor products.
Despite the setback, many of these high schoolers enjoyed their first real taste of the political process.
We're going to keep fighting for electronic cigarette restrictions. The future is bright for us.
And even though it was sent back to interim committee for more study, Representative Ray says there's a chance it could reemerge before the 2016 session is over. In Salt Lake City, Scott McCain, Fox 13 News, Utah.
And we're back. Here we are with the echo,
And we're
echoing back, right back in there. with the
And
echo.
we're back.
So yeah, I think we figured out that little technical glitch.
That was fun.
This little glitch,
It was fun.
glitch got in there. Yeah, I think I got a glitch in my sinus.
You got a glitch somewhere.
A little glitch in there.
There's a
You guys
glitch
see it?
someplace.
You see it in there? And that close-up camera over here in my nose.
There's a glitch somewhere.
So.
So yeah, that was an interesting story there, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we have lag going on here. We got some serious lag. Yeah, that's our point, kind of exactly there, Astro. We were thinking the same thing. What do kids know? Why?
Yeah.
Since when do high school kids get involved in making legislation?
And I want to know who rounded up all those kids.
Yeah.
And got them to do this.
Especially since kids aren't even allowed to vape.
Yeah.
I mean, they shouldn't have a say in it because it's nothing to. It's like saying, how do kids feel about drinking? I mean, what? They're not. They shouldn't be right. A bunch of teachers or some activist got them involved in this. I'm going to read the little report.
They can't vote.
Came with it. They can't vote. They can't. A bill that would have raised sales tax on e-cigarettes has hit a standstill. House Bill 333 would have created a significant tax increase on the devices, more than 80%, a more than 80% hike. However, it got snuffed out today. Oh, that's cute how they said snuffed out, like a cigarette gets snuffed out. Yeah. This was on Thursday. This would have been last Thursday. So it didn't die, but was tabled to an interim committee despite a strong showing of support from about 200 high school students in favor of the tax bill. Despite a strong showing of support from 200 high school. Who cares what 200 high school kids? This is typical Utah crap, and they're claiming here that and they go on to say, Utah is traditionally conservative. We're opposed to taxes, and committee members are aware of that. Shiloh Platt said, with the Smoke-Free Alternative Trade Association, they understand taxing a product won't do anything to reduce the amount of kids using the product. We do not support the idea of minor children using tobacco products, even though this is not a tobacco product, or vape products. Yes, e-cigs are tailored to you, he said. 22,000 kids across Utah. Yeah, that's what the market looks for. They're targeting kids. They're looking for a way to reach the kids.
It's ridiculous.
A main supporter of Utah use e-cigs regularly says so.
Excuse me?
Okay, I'm going to reread this sentence. I'm going to read it the way I think they meant to type it because it was kind of wasn't quite done quite right. Yes, e-cigs are tailored to you, quote, he said. Quote, 22,000 kids across Utah use e-cigarettes regularly, so yes, this is a youth health issue. They use them illegally, but they use them nonetheless. Of course, those are kids that probably would be smoking if it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, how many kids smoke?
A main supporter of H. Bill 333, Representative Paul Ray, said he was disappointed that Utah has been studying this for 4 years, so it's time for a vote. Even though this bill was sent back to the interim for more study, Representative Ray said there is a chance. It doesn't say here whether Representative Ray is left or right, Democrat, Republican, Rhino, whatever he is. Said there is a chance that could reemerge before this session is over. One of the things it says on this side is Utah is traditionally conservative. That word conservative gets tossed around a lot. Utah is traditionally Republican. Utah is not traditionally conservative. There's becoming a line. They use that term a lot, but a lot of people who call themselves conservatives are not limited government individuals who are more aligned with constitutional republic. So just to get that out there, you have to understand that they're rhinos, basically Republicans in name only. They're big government Republicans.
They still want a big government that tells you what to do.
Tells you what to do. And
what's best for you.
Yeah. So that's the difference between a conservative, true conservative, and a Republican.
So yeah, that's good that they got it shut down at least. It's not going to happen right now.
Despite
This,
200 kids wanting to.
despite the 200 children,
Despite the 200 children.
the wheels on the bus go, vape, vape, vape.
Yeah.
Well, the kids on the bus, I guess, not the wheels. But yeah. Anyway, so that also included devices. What, that 80% tax on devices, which is ridiculous. That wasn't just e-juice.
Yep. Yeah, it's devices as well as e-juice, so it's ridiculous. It's that crazy. So yes, I was reading some of your comments there. Apparently, I think that some of our lag has kind of made it back a little bit. We're doing a little bit better, but yeah, it's just nothing but yeah, you guys are right on with that. It's like, what do kids know, really? So anyway, so
They know how to go poo in the potty.
they can poop their pants. They can wet their pants. They can even wet their pants every time they
Poo
get
in the
a chance.
potty and they go poo in their pants. But so do I, so I don't know. Who knows? So this is the Vaping Nation's News Day, and that was the news.
That was the news. So just to reiterate about upcoming things on this Thursday night, this Thursday evening, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have a live show that's more of a giveaway show, where we give away the show. It's yours. You can just take it. It's all yours. Now we have this Thursday. We will probably have the possibility of people. We can call in. We'll give out phone numbers. You can call in, talk to us. We might have someone to interview, maybe via Skype, possibly right here in the studio. Maybe, I don't know. You can call in and ask them questions. Maybe not. We're looking for some people. We're probably going to be sending out some notices, and we're probably going to be looking for. And if you happen to have a local vape shop or somebody in your area, there's somebody that you know on the other side of the country or the world or another universe who wants to Skype in, and we can interview them about a product that they might make, or a show that's coming up, or somebody that's just hanging out in the woods that you want us to talk to. They can just Skype us, and we can talk to them right here live. Right here live. We have the technology. We've invested millions of dollars into this place to do anything. We can do anything.
Well,
not really.
We can't really do much of anything.
No, we can't really do anything. This is about as much as we can do.
We're barely hanging on.
We're barely. This is, if you actually saw the studio here, you'd be depressed.
I'm about ready to snap.
Yeah, you'd be depressed. Yeah,
I can't take it.
it's pretty disgusting. This is the back part of us here. You can kind of see. This is what it looks like.
Is that me?
That's you. This is me.
That's you?
That's you.
Is that me or?
This is you. That's me.
That's me.
I'm right there.
That's me. That's you.
This is me. You can see we're looking up here at that screen right up there.
Where? Which
That screen right there. That screen. That's
screen over there?
That's the screen we look at. This is the screen.
That screen?
That's like our.
This
This is Vapors TV. This is where I do a little chat room thing here.
This screen over here?
And then that screen over there is the
that?
computer that we use to put on the screen,
Which
like
screen?
this.
This
That's that
screen?
screen. Yeah.
Which screen?
That's the computer screen there.
What's that screen?
Well, that screen. What?
What's that screen up there? What's
What
that?
screen? That screen is where everything is controlled.
Is that where we look?
That's
Are we
our
looking at
control
that screen?
room up there. Yeah. This over here is our other thing where we just have people. We can just talk to people and chat in the chat room there.
So I'm looking at that screen right now.
You're looking at that screen right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's looking back at you.
It looks like I'm looking at myself.
Well, you are.
what it
You're
looks
looking
like.
at yourself. So back to this shot. Now you know what we're looking at.
Barely hanging on.
I don't know. I don't know why that matters. But
Barely hanging on.
We're just barely hanging on here.
We're barely here.
We're
barely hanging
just
on.
barely.
Here. Barely.
Like a bear. Arr,
Barely.
arr, I'm a bear. Barely. So there you go.
Hanging by a thread.
I'm actually wearing no pants.
My adult diaper's full.
But yeah. So here we are.
So yeah, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern.
And we'll be
Not Western Standard.
We'll be streaming to Vapors TV and to YouTube. So you can either go to our youtube.com/TheVapingNation channel, or you can come to Vapors TV, vapors.tv/TheVapingNation channel. You can go to either one or both. If you have a split screen, you can put one up and then the other one up, and you can see which one's better.
Yeah.
Maybe that show will be better than the other show. I don't know.
One show might be better than the other. The Little Boy Dripper any good? Is the Little Boy Dripper any good?
The Little Boy Dripper?
Little Boy Dripper went round and round, round and round. On the bus he went round, and then his battery blew up, and he died.
Little Boy Dripper any good?
His head fell off.
Little Boy Dripper any good? I'm using the Royal Hunter right now. I don't have a little boy dripper.
I do have a
I have a
cup full of
Alliance
tea.
dripper, which I enjoy.
My sweet tea. Find something beautiful.
I have a hard time doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Indiana. So yes, we are. Well, I guess we're done. Are we done with the show?
That's a show.
That's the show. Stick it with a fork. It's done. So we're gonna try to. Where's my out go? My outtakes. My out thing. My out. The out thing. Where's it at?
Do what?
The out.
The out?
The out.
You can't get out.
Can't get
You're
out.
trapped.
Huh. Yeah, we'll try it. See if it works.
So we're going to run the credits.
Run the
We-
credits.
We
and
have
we'll be
any.
on.
And we'll see you guys later. Keep your biscuits briefly buttered.
Don't forget, next week, time changes. Next week. This weekend, we spring forward. Or for some of you, we vape forward. Yes. So just so you know.
Huh.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. And sorry I don't have any information for you on the little boy dripper.
Yeah,
Sounds like it's a dripper made for a little boy.
Yeah, I'll look into that, though. I'll look at
Yes, he will.
Look into the little boy dripper.
He'll be right on that. He's going to get on it right now. He's going to Google that thing in about 3 seconds, and he'll have a big report for you within the month, within 2 months, 3 months.
Thursday. How's that?
Thursday in
Little boy
2027.
dripper. The little boy dripper. Is there a little girl
he'll be
dripper,
on
too? Is there a little girl dripper? A little girl dripper out there?
A little girl dripper?
I'd
When I was a
rather
little
use
boy, I
girl
had a
dripper.
little drip. When I was a little boy.
Huh?
I used to drip around when I was a little boy.
Yeah.
I was a dripper. It's a dripper.
It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Kind of messy. So yeah, we'll be just be scooting out of here. We'll turn these little knobs here and see what happens.
Turn the knobs. Turn them. Turn them. Turn them. So that's the Vaping Nation News. Tuesday.
That's right. That's what it is. It's over. Stick around for the fat lady. She'll be singing here in a minute.